My name is Sarah Rutman, and it's a privilege to be sharing Torah with you from the Beth Tikva YouTube site in Montreal, with special thanks, as always, to Rachel Schlossberg for the beautiful graphics and to all of you for listening. Many of these ideas come from Rabbi Beryl Wein, Zichrona Livracha, Rabbi Dov Ber Cohen, and Dr. Seuss. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. The Mishnah in Pirkei Avot teaches the importance of friendship. We have to acquire a friend. It's a relationship we have to invest in, even financially. Rashi says to acquire or to buy is a reference to purchasing books. Books are our best friend. You know how many books there are in the world, the majority of them never being read, never being studied. The fact that there is a recorded memory in writing does not guarantee that that memory will exist within the nation. Chumash Devarim is the memory aid for the Jewish people. One of the tasks that Moshe set for himself was to develop this national memory. We'll read in next week's Parsha, when your children will ask you, what is this all about? What will you say? Will you answer that there's a book in the library, and if you read it, you'll know everything? In this week's Parsha, the Torah describes the bed of Og, the king of Bashan. If Og would have lived in our time, he could get $50 million a year playing basketball, 9 amos long, 4 amos wide, and he weighed so much that the bed had to be made out of iron to hold his weight. He survived the flood. He attended the great banquet that Avraham made in honor of his son Yitzchak, and the Jewish people were able to defeat him. There is a line about Og in Tehillim chapter 136 that we read on Shabbos and at the Seder. Give thanks to Hashem, for he is good, for his kindness endures forever. The Talmud calls this Hallel Hagadol, the great song of praise. And among the things we praise Hashem for is killing mighty warriors, including Og, the king of Bashan. One of the paradoxes of Judaism is that we don't only commemorate our victories, we also commemorate defeat. The story is told of Napoleon walking through the streets of Paris one Tisha B'Av. As he passed a synagogue, he heard the sound of mourning and crying. "What's this all about?" Napoleon asked. An aide explained the Jews were mourning the loss of their temple. "When did this happen?" Napoleon asked. The aide replied, "About 1700 years ago." Napoleon said, "Certainly a people which has mourned the loss of their temple for so long will merit to see it rebuilt." Tisha B'Av is our national day of mourning. On Tisha B'Av, we read the Kinot, poems that reflect upon themes of tragedy and loss. The Jewish people commemorate defeat and failure, which is really part of the secret of our survival, because if you can rise from losing, then you can survive in the world. If the only thing that means anything to you is winning, if that's the only method of survival, eventually there may come a time that you can't win or you won't win. We were able to build into the national memory events that are so terrible, and yet we were able to learn from them and gain inspiration and strength and move ahead. Imagine your favorite team is in the Super Bowl game, but you can't watch it live, and you tell everybody, "Don't tell me the results." But somebody walks in and says, "Your team won." Now you're watching the game and your team is far behind, but you know what the outcome is, so you're able to stay calm. Sometimes in Jewish history, we are thrust into a starring role that we never asked for. One last quote from Dr. Seuss. "Today I shall behave as if this is the day I will be remembered."